I'm Dr. Christy, and this is Climbing Fish Parenting, practical parenting strategies in 20 minutes or less. I'm a psychologist and behavior analyst, and I work with exhausted, overwhelmed parents who feel like they've tried everything and nothing works. If you're listening to this while folding the laundry, hiding in your car, or wishing bedtime would just end already, you're in the right place. Today's topic is understanding what's really happening when your child melts down and says things that cut deep. By the end of this episode, you'll understand what your child's brain is actually doing during a meltdown, how to read the signs before it escalates, and how to respond in a way that protects your connection instead of damaging it. Ready to transform your parenting journey? Let's dive in. It's Tuesday night. Homework time. Your 9-year-old is sitting at the kitchen table staring at a half-finished math worksheet. You say gently, "Hey, buddy, let's keep going. Just 3 more problems." Their pencil stops. Their jaw clenches. You see their shoulders rise up toward their ears. You try again. "Come on, you've got this. You did the first 5. You can do..." And then it happens. The pencil flies across the room. The paper rips. They shove the chair back so hard, it crashes into the wall. And they scream right in your face, "I hate you! You're the worst mom ever! Leave me alone!" Then they run to their room and slam the door so hard a picture falls off the wall. And you're standing there. Your heart is pounding. Your hands are shaking. Your stomach has dropped into your feet. Your face is hot, flushed with that awful mix of anger, hurt, and shock. Your throat is tight. You feel tears coming, and you're not sure if it's because you're hurt or furious or both. And underneath all of that, there's this quiet, terrible voice whispering, "What if they mean it? What if I'm actually ruining them? What if they really do hate me?" Let that land for a second. Because if you've been there, if you've felt that exact cocktail of emotions, I need you to know something. Your child doesn't hate you, not even a little bit. And I'm going to show you exactly what's happening in their brain when they say those words. When your child is in full meltdown mode, here's what's going on. Their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for rational thinking, emotional regulation, impulse control, that part has gone offline. Completely offline. It's not dimmed, it's not struggling, it's gone. What's running the show instead? The amygdala, the alarm system, the part of the brain that only knows threat, danger, escape, fight. In that moment, your child's brain genuinely believes they are in danger. Not physical danger, but emotional, cognitive, or sensory danger. Maybe the homework feels impossible, and their brain is screaming, "You're going to fail." Maybe they've been holding it together all day at school, and this is the moment their nervous system finally cracks. Maybe they're hungry, tired, overstimulated, and this one more request is the thing that tips them over the edge. Whatever the trigger, their nervous system has hit the panic button. And when that happens, the words that come out of their mouth are not their true feelings. They're the amygdala's emergency broadcast system. "I hate you" translates to, "I am so overwhelmed and I don't know how to handle this, and you're the safest person to explode at." "You're the worst mom" translates to, "I feel terrible and I need this to be someone's fault, and you're here." "Leave me alone" translates to, "I can't process anything else right now and I need space to regulate." None of those are about you. All of them are about their dysregulated nervous system. And here's the piece that's so hard to remember in the moment. The fact that they melt down with you means they feel safe with you. Kids don't fall apart in front of people they don't trust. They hold it together at school. They're polite to grandparents. They keep it together with friends. And then they come home to you and lose it because you're safe. Because they know on some deep subconscious level that you won't abandon them even when they're at their worst. That doesn't make it easier to hear "I hate you," but it changes what it means. One of the most powerful things you can do is learn to read your child's body before the meltdown fully hits. Because by the time they're screaming and throwing things, their prefrontal cortex is already offline. But before that, There's usually a window. Watch for physical tension, shoulders rising toward ears, hands clenched into fists, jaw tightening, body going rigid. Watch for breathing changes. Breathing speeds up, breath gets shallow, or they might hold their breath entirely. Watch for facial cues, eyes widening, which is a fear response, face flushing red, eyebrows furrowing, lip biting, jaw clenching, and watch for the behavioral signals: sudden silence when they were talking, pacing or fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, getting physically closer or further away from you. When you notice these signs, you're seeing their nervous system starting to dysregulate. That's your window to intervene before the full meltdown. And intervention doesn't mean fixing the problem. It means acknowledging what you see. When you notice those body signs, pause. Literally pause. Take one breath yourself. Then name what you observe. Not what you think they should be feeling, but what you actually see. Try, I see your shoulders are up by your ears. Your body looks tense. Or, I notice your hands are in fists. Something feels hard right now. Or, your face is red and your breathing is fast. I see you're struggling. Why does this work? Because when you name what's happening in their body, you're doing two things. First, you're teaching them to notice their own internal warning signs. This is called interoception, awareness of internal body states. Second, you're signaling, I see you. I'm not scared of your big feelings. I'm here. You're not lecturing. You're not problem solving yet. You're not minimizing. You're witnessing. And for a dysregulated nervous system, being witnessed is regulating. Here's where most of us get tripped up. When our kid is melting down, our own nervous system kicks in. We feel that heat rise in our chest. We want to yell back, lecture, threaten consequences, explain why their behavior is unacceptable. But if we respond from our own dysregulation, we escalate theirs. Two dysregulated nervous systems don't regulate each other, they amplify. So instead, try this: calm voice, lower and slower than usual, not fake calm, genuinely grounded, minimal words at first. I see you're upset. I'm here. Gentle proximity, if it's safe. Sometimes that means staying nearby. Sometimes it means giving space. Read their cues. And no reasoning yet. Their prefrontal cortex is offline. Logic just doesn't land. Your job in this moment is not to teach or correct. Your job is to be the steady, regulated presence that helps their nervous system come back online. Once they're calm, 20 minutes later, an hour later, the next day, then you can revisit what happened, but not in the moment. Every meltdown has a function. In behavior analysis, we talk about four main reasons behavior happens, and meltdowns are no exception. First, escape and avoidance. They're trying to get away from something hard, like homework, transitions, or sensory input. Second, attention. They need connection or they're feeling unseen. Third, access to something tangible. They want something they don't have. Fourth, sensory and automatic. The behavior itself feels good or regulates them. Most meltdowns are a combination of escape and sensory overwhelm. Your child isn't trying to manipulate you, they're trying to survive a moment that feels unbearable. When you start tracking patterns, what time of day, what activities, what sensory input was happening before, you'll start seeing the why. And once you see the why, you can start making changes to prevent the meltdown before it happens. Not by controlling your child, but by adjusting the environment to reduce the load on their nervous system. Here are some common mistakes that parents make: taking it personally. Meltdowns aren't about your parenting, they're about your child's capacity in that moment. Responding with lecture or punishment first. Connection always comes before behavior guidance. Ignoring the body signals. When you skip noticing body sensations, your child misses the chance to learn their own internal cues. Expecting overnight change. Emotional regulation is a skill. It takes time. Celebrate the small wins: the meltdown that was 10 minutes instead of 30, the recovery that was faster, the moment they used words instead of throwing something. This week, I want you to pick one meltdown scenario that happens frequently in your house. Maybe it's homework, maybe it's morning routines. Maybe it's transitions. This week, track 3 things. First, body sensations. What do you notice in their body right before the meltdown hits? Second, triggers. What was happening right before? Time of day, sensory input, task demand. Third, patterns. Is there a theme? Escape, overwhelm, sensory? Then, during the next meltdown, name what you see. Body sensations and emotions, briefly, calmly. Respond with connection first. Calm voice, minimal words, steady presence. And repair afterward. That was hard. I'm not mad. I'm here. You won't see perfection immediately, but over time, your child will start to trust that you see them, you understand them, and you're not going anywhere, even when it's hard. All right, that's it for today. Remember, meltdowns don't mean your child hates you. They mean their nervous system is overwhelmed and they're asking for help in the only way they know how. When you notice the body signs, name what you see and respond with connection first. You preserve trust and teach regulation over time. If you want more strategies like this, the kind that help you stay grounded when your child is falling apart, head to climbingfishparenting.com/newsletter to sign up for the Climbing Fish Parenting newsletter. I have a free live webinar coming up in April where I'm diving deeper into why your smart kid struggles with simple things and what actually helps. Registration opens soon. You'll get the link in your inbox if you already received my newsletter. That strategy I just gave you? It's the whole climbing fish philosophy in action. There's a quote, "Everybody's a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it's stupid." Your kid isn't broken. Your parenting isn't broken. Sometimes we're just asking our fish to climb trees. That's what we fix here. I'm Dr. Christy, and I'll see you next week.